Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Hollow Talk. Today we're going to be talking about the job market and how great it is here in the US of A. So as a lot of you know, I'm working two jobs. I work 7 days a week, no days off. And it's a whole ball of a time. It's great not having a single day to myself. And a lot of you people who might not be woken up to a lot of stuff or might still be sheltered might be thinking, HollowNet, you don't have to work 7 days a week. You're right. I don't. However, if I want to be able to support my family at all, or if I want to save any amount of money, even that's kind of a stretch. If I want to do anything besides live as a fucking serf, yeah, you do. You do have to work two fucking jobs. If you grew up in a family that wasn't able to afford college, or a family that pushed you into college and got yourself in debt a shitload, or whatever reason you're not rich, you didn't get a scholarship, you weren't blessed to get a scholarship, you weren't a D1 football player. If you're a normal American, you're fucked. You're fucked in 100 ways. In some ways you might not realize, in some ways you realize, but you might be thinking it's just how it is. You're fucked all over the place. And I recently got a job interview, thank God, in an avenue of work that I can tolerate. It was going to be landscaping, not anything I haven't done before. I currently work as like a landscaper. I work for like a parks and recreation department currently. They pay me piddlywinks. It's my second job. It's not my main source of income. I work it 4 of the days of the week. Whatever. I got this job interview and we were on the phone. He seemed all right. And he was like, okay, blah, blah, blah. What time works for you? I was like, well, I work two jobs. I have no days off, so I'd have to come after work one of the days. I get off work at 3:30. 4 might be able to work. So he's like, oh, that's fine. So I get off of work today. This happened today, and I'm speeding there as soon as I get off work. 3:30. Lo and behold, the place is 20 minutes away. So what? I'll be able to make it. No worries. I'm in the highway, and then it's gridlock Dayton traffic. So that's very bad. And I'm driving more to a place I've never been before in my life. And then there's an ambulance that speeds by. And I'm like, oh, wow, I have to hit my brakes. It's in an intersection. I almost T-bone the fucking thing. And I finally get there. I walk in this door. I've still got my work clothes on. I still got my fucking work clothes on. And I rap on his door because some fat ass dude in the fucking secretary desk said, he's in that one. So I knock on his door. I'm like, hey sir, sorry I was a little late. Got traffic. There's an ambulance along the way. And this little manlet, I'm not sure how well it comes across on video, but I'm a big guy. I'm 6'5". This little manlet comes out with his slick back hair. He looks up to me with big beady eyes. He goes, we have a no being late policy. You leave. You need to leave. And I go, but I told you I'm working two jobs. I live in this town. It's 30 minutes away. And I mean, I'm 8 minutes late. There's an ambulance. We have a no being late policy. Goodbye. Slams door in my face. I'm on my way. I don't fight it. I pretty much just say, okay, we'll have a good one. All this to say, our job market currently is, would you like to work at McDonald's? Oh, you wouldn't? Would you like to work at Wendy's? Ooh, you wouldn't? How about the ball crushing factory where you have to breathe in formaldehyde and sulfur all day? Ooh, you don't? Best I can do is Uber. We're fucked. We're completely fucked. There is a very distinct lack of any job that isn't shitty. It's either the worst work you've ever seen in your entire life or the worst pay you've ever seen in your entire life, unless you have a college degree. However, as I'm sure a lot of you have heard and a lot of you have seen, even the people with the college degrees who, for the large part, were just pushed in there by their rich daddies and mommies, or were pushed in there by some grant or some scholarship that fucked someone else out of a future. A lot of those people are also being fucked out of everything. They're being fucked out of jobs. They're being fucked out of houses. They're being fucked out of everything. If you're a young person in this country and you're not a part of the uber rich, congratulations, you're fucked. can't afford a house, can't get a good job, can't get good pay. The job I was going for today would have had enough of a pay for me to work that as my only job 40 hours a week and maybe be able to have 2 days to myself. How lucky am I? It would have been $20 an hour. Nothing crazy. As far as I'm concerned, that's the real fucking minimum wage nowadays. If you're making less than $20 an hour, it's fucking rough, dude. You're fucked. And that's just the truth of it. The jobs I'm working now, one pays me like 23, but I'm working on the weekends, 12-hour shifts. And the other one pays $15 an hour. If I were to have the displeasure of living somewhere like Los Angeles or New York City, I'd be sucking cock on the subway. But thank God I live in Ohio. Don't come here. This place fucking sucks. What I'm coming to here is, this is not normal. We should not be okay with this. It is fucking gross. You look at every other Western society, every other Western nation, they get 5 fucking weeks of vacation off rip, government mandated. They give you 28 weeks maternity leave for your wife, probably fucking 20 for paternity leave so you can spend time with your fucking newborn kid. We have nothing. We don't have insurance, or rather, we don't have healthcare for our people. We don't have a workers' rights for our people. I don't even think we have a government mandated amount of vacation days you're supposed to give somebody, because there's plenty of jobs where you don't even get off fucking Christmas. We live in hell. And you'll have a lot of American bootlicking retards on the bottom of this video saying, whatever, just find another job. Just do this, do that. It's not that fucking easy, dumbass. You're either living in a trailer park yourself and you're too fucking dumb to understand that the flag you're under is just as bad as any other, or you're rich enough to where none of it affects you. Congratulations, your family hit the jackpot. Ah! It's sickening. It's bad. Everyone in America is brought up to understand that we are freedom fighters, that we revolted against the British in the sake of liberty, the pursuit of happiness, and freedom. For the large part, everyone still believes this fucking lie. So, whenever any other country, or any other American, God forbid, comes out of the woodwork and says, this isn't good, our country's getting fucking bad, and we're falling behind everyone who's on our same level. And you'll have unwashed masses of midwits and retards, and even some snakes in the grass come out and say, America's the best country on earth. There's nothing wrong with it. Why would you ever want to move somewhere else? Everywhere else is worse. Or they'll come up with some fucking stupid thing saying, why would we ever get something good that would cut into our tax dollars? We're already getting taxed 50% on everything. You're taxed on your paycheck you make at the end of the week. You're taxed on everything you purchase. And then you're taxed more and more and more and more and more. And if you own a house, you're taxed even more. What do we get for our tax dollars? A lot of potholes in our roads. Nothing new being built in most of the country. We get live leak footage of kids being blown up in Afghanistan. We get fucking nothing. So yeah, Britain, Ireland, the EU, New Zealand, Australia, they might get taxed more than we do. Even then, I'm not exactly fucking certain if they are. But at least they fucking get something, you dumb motherfucker. You'll hear the word socialist thrown around a lot. You'll hear the word communist thrown around a lot. And usually the people throwing that around are just as fucked as the rest of us, which makes it very, very upsetting to see that my countrymen are fucking brainwashed. They're stupid. They're watching the circus. They're eating the bread. And they don't understand. I walk into Walmart or I drive through McDonald's on occasion. I know it's goy slop. I'm a human. And instead of seeing like a high schooler working this job, instead of seeing, like a burnout, if you will, like someone who's, I don't want to put anyone down who's working at Walmart. That's just the world we live in. Someone who's supposed to be there, I guess I should say. Instead of seeing that, more and more, I'm seeing super old people, like 60-year-olds, 70-year-olds, 80-year-olds, working at Walmart, working at McDonald's, working at fast food. And you can tell that these were hardworking Americans that did everything right, or at least everything they were told. I guess I should say that's a more apt thing. And rather than being able to enjoy their retirement, spend time with their grandkids, or do anything, they're instead having to sell their houses. They're instead having to get out of retirement so they can make enough money to live, because the country that they worked for 75 years can't provide for their own elderly. And some people look at this and, like, of my generation, they go, the fucking boomers deserve that. They sold our generation, so fuck them. Yeah, they sold us. And yeah, this, that, and the other. But your average boomer didn't do this shit. It was the people in power. Sure, our grandparents had an easier time, but the people who were in control of them were still in control of us now. It's just saddening. You should never have to go back into work at fucking 80 years old at Walmart. And that just means something much worse is coming for us when we're that age. It makes me want to fucking cry. You have bright people working here too. You have smart people working there that's their only option because they don't have a fucking degree. Ugh. It's very, very depressing. What do I know? I'm just cattle. This has been Hollow Talk. Eventually, I'm going to move out of the fucking States because they don't want me anymore. Bye-bye. Good luck. Be safe. God bless.